Hey, good morning.
Good
How
morning.
y'all doing?
Whew, Thursday. We've almost made it.
Thursday, September 22nd.
Yep. Another day
All right.
closer.
Yeah.
Well, I hope everybody had a fantastic Wednesday night service. I know most churches have Wednesday night services, so I hope you were fellowshipping with your peoples.
Yeah.
That's an important thing.
Learning to love
one
another.
Okay, in case you haven't already gotten the drill,
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and go through the things.
Like
and share.
Yeah.
Yeah. And join the family.
Join the family.
Yeah.
There you go.
All the things. Good things are happening.
Yeah.
Good things are happening.
Absolutely, guys. I mean, it's...
Yes.
I'll be honest with you, Mindy. You know, the more we get an opportunity to love others.
Yes.
The better it is.
Yes, it is.
It gets more better. You know, how can you love somebody, guys?
That's right.
You know how you love somebody? You serve them.
That's it.
You serve them. You serve one another.
That's it.
What a great opportunity that we have for one another.
Yes, indeed.
You know, in a world that's just
ugly,
with ugly and hate and nastiness.
Right. Be kind. Be loving.
Be the one loving somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Not arguing, not fighting, not carrying on like a...
Yeah, we're gonna hear some of that kind of stuff today, because Proverbs, it tells you how to live.
Be the one to say good things.
One day,
not evil things.
One day I'm gonna learn to clean my glasses before I come in here.
What are you talking about? Me too.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. You know, it's different when you wear glasses and you have lights that shine in your eyes.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It really is.
That's the cat.
Okay. Simba's got a little wild hair somewhere. Okay.
I'll let you get it started.
Let's get focused, because, we've killed 2 minutes, but that's okay. All right. Proverbs chapter 22. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and love and favor than silver and gold. And I know we talk about this one probably just about every time we come around, but it's so important to have a good name. And that doesn't mean, I've got the name of Denise and that means that, no, that ain't what that means. Okay?
It actually means God's gift.
It does. Melinda means one of wisdom.
Cool.
And Mindy means honey. And Deborah means bee, ironically.
Cool.
Yeah. So, there you go. But that's not what this is talking about. Although, yes, you can see the power in a name such as that.
Yeah.
It's talking about your character, the name you earn for yourself. That's rather to be chosen than money, than all kinds of stuff.
So you mean like reliable, trustworthy, diligent.
Exactly.
Versus
slothful,
foolish,
nasty attitude,
arrogant, scoffer, scorner.
Yeah. Good name. That's what you want. You want to earn that good name. Okay. And listen, I'm going back to it, and I know we've already covered it, but even a child is known by his doings. You're earning that name from childhood.
Yeah.
And if you've earned a name, don't get upset that you're in order to change it, you're going to have to outrun that track record. And if you've been a certain way for 15, 20 years, it's going to take a minute to change people's minds. They're not going to believe it overnight.
All right. The rich and poor meet together. The Lord is the maker of them all.
Yep.
A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
That's right. We are headed into some days of evil. Let's just be real.
Oh yeah.
Enjoying the Jimmy Evans thing. That is so
cool. The Jimmy Evans
End Times Conference. So good. And enjoying listening to Billy Brim and different things like that, and just studying. And unless you have your head in the sand, it's hard not to see the things unfolding.
Right.
Are we foreseeing the trouble ahead? Are we hiding ourselves in the Lord? Because that's where our refuge is going to be. Also it's talking about you can see trouble and you can avoid it. Whereas the simple, they just keep on going right on into it. They
destroyed.
Yeah. Okay. So there's always a spiritual and there's always a literal meaning there of the proverb, typically.
Yeah.
By humility and the fear of the Lord are riches, honor, and life. You want riches, honor, and life? Be humble. Don't be proud. It ain't nothing that you did.
That's it.
And fear the Lord. That means means don't do things to separate yourself from Him.
Let me teach you a phrase. Only by the grace of God, there go I.
There you go.
All right, that's a phrase. And every time somebody you see if somebody praise you or anything, hey, man, it's just by the grace of God, and here I am.
That's it. Thorns and snares are in the way of the froward. Oh boy, or perverse. He that doth keep his soul shall be far from them. I want to be far from thorns.
This is another one of the scriptures that the way of a sinner, the way of a transgressor is hard. It's not easy.
I know this is probably, a lot of people think about little aggravating thorns, right? Just the little ones. I was, Daddy had sent me out in the woods behind the hog pen.
Yeah.
To do something. I don't remember what. And
Lord knows it could have been anything.
You know what I walked right into.
Oh, I know what you walked into. We live in South Georgia, and we don't have just like we live close to the big swamp over here.
There were some spikes like that.
You got thorn bushes out here you'll walk into, and they got thorns.
I'll put it this way: I walked into it, and I tried to back out of it, and when I did, another barb got me. So anytime I even flinched, they were driving into my legs. They got tangled up in my jeans.
Yeah.
And I had to, get help because I couldn't do anything. And so when I read this verse about the perverse or the froward,
you get kind of stuck.
This is what I think. Yeah, I got stuck. I couldn't move.
Yeah, that cat is just
he's lurking.
He's being obnoxious this morning.
Leave my baby alone.
Okay.
My little orange baby. We're on 6.
Yeah.
6?
Yeah. Okay. Train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Yep, they're going to do what you train them to do, basically. Guys,
look, I don't know what your kids have been into, and the thing is that in business and life and things like that, somebody has to accept responsibility somewhere.
Absolutely.
Don't stay in a place where you're just, it's my fault, because that's not going to solve a problem either. But recognize where it lies, repent, and move forward. Do the best you can going forward, because you cannot focus on the past and fix it.
Nope.
You have to move forward. And don't let your children, I'm not saying don't let them. They're going to point out all your wrong that you've done. Acknowledge it. You know what? You're right. I was wrong.
Yeah.
I did wrong. I didn't handle this correctly.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's as our bishop says. That's my old picture. That's what it used to look like.
Yeah.
But now look here. This is what Jesus has done in me.
Yeah.
This is the way I'm moving forward, and I would like for you to move forward with me. This is, what can we do to heal this? What can we do to fix this?
Yeah. Exactly.
You can be a problem solver or a problem maker. It's up to you. It's up to you how you move forward. It's a lot easier to fix things when your kids are young.
Yep.
It's a lot harder to fix them when they grow up and move out.
Yep.
So if your kids are still in the house, start today.
That's it.
If they're not, hey, start today.
That's it.
Go love them.
That's it.
Go love them. Even if they don't want your love, go love them.
That's it. The rich man ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. That's right.
That's right. He that soweth iniquity shall reap vanity.
Ooh.
And the rod of his anger shall fail.
You can get angry about it, but it ain't going to work.
So if you sow sin, you're going to reap vanity. What do we mean by vanity?
Well, let's find out what the writer means by vanity. I think that's the most important thing, ain't it?
Well, yeah.
It's avian. trouble,
sorrow,
sorrow.
wickedness. If you weep
You go-
sin,
Woo!
if you sow sin, you're gonna reap sin.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, nothingness. Yeah, you ain't gonna have anything to show for it either. I mean, you're gonna be put in a bad hole, okay? So let's not do that.
Cease from sin.
Yeah.
He that hath a bountiful eye shall be blessed, for he giveth of his bread to the poor.
Generous.
You want to be blessed?
Yeah.
No, you want to be blessed? This is a secret of life.
There you go.
You want to be blessed? This is a secret of life.
There you go. Give.
You want to be a stagnant pond?
Yep.
You know, a pastor this weekend said, you know, we're just all conduit. We're not so much cisterns as we are all conduit. We're all just water pipe.
Yep. Where have we heard that before?
Where have I heard that
Where
before?
have I heard that?
Our pastor used to
all the time.
say that all the
I'm
time.
just the water pipe.
I'm just the water pipe. We let God flow to us.
That's
let God.
it.
Let me tell you something. That's all you are is water pipe. You want to feel.
Yeah.
You want to feel fulfilled in life.
You know, I love that we, you know, that like this weekend, 9:30, we're doing breakfast. And you might think, well, you know, just another church that likes to eat. Well, yeah, we like to eat.
Of course we like to eat.
Who don't? Look
like
at America.
Yeah.
America likes to eat. Yeah. Okay. But that's not the point. You know, we have a text thread, a text group. Oh my goodness. And I know people are probably going, your whole church is yes, we are. Yes, we are. And I love it. I love that we can, you know, and there's no telling what's going to be on that text thread any given day. Some days people got the jokes. Some days it's prayer requests. Some days it's just life.
Pray for me.
You know.
Yeah.
And I love it. We stay connected in that sense.
Yeah.
You know, we stay connected. But the point of this is, you know, so putting it out there, y'all want to do breakfast this weekend? Hard yes. Yes. Oh, okay.
And sausage gravy.
And so then it goes up. Okay, what's the menu gonna be? And you start hearing the chime-ins. I can bring this. I can bring that. I can do this. Why? Because you know what? It's an opportunity to give something that's in your hand. Mm-hmm. You know, how many times do you say, well, I would give, but I don't have extra money. I don't have whatever. You know what? But you might have some biscuits in the freezer. Mm-hmm. You might have the ability to make some, you know, whatever and bring it. Yeah. You know what? It gives an opportunity to give. And that's it's twofold. It's given, but it's also building that love together, because when you sit down to eat, it's a sign of a covenant.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a sign of a covenant when you eat with people. That's why the Bible was so funny about people involved in certain sins thinking that they was okay and you not eating with them.
Yeah.
Because you can't be in covenant with that.
It's a covenant relationship that you have with your church members. And when you sit down and eat together, learning to love one another.
So we give. We give. I love that we can do that.
Okay.
We're 10, ain't we? Yep.
Yes.
Cast out the scorner, and contention shall go out. Yes, yea, strife and reproach shall cease. You want to get rid of the problems?
Cast out the one that's causing them all.
There you go. You know, that doesn't seem very nice.
What?
No, it doesn't. But you need to understand, and I'm not telling you to just throw everybody out your church by a long shot. You know, there's a process to all these things.
Typically, you'll find there's one person that's causing strife.
Yep. And
correcting that one is a lot easier than correcting everybody else.
Mm-hmm. So you deal with it.
Deal with strife before it comes on.
That's right.
If you're given to gossiping about one another, if you're given to offense, before you say anything, before you give a prayer request, stop and think about what you're about to say.
Yeah.
Because is this going to make everybody else think better or worse about the person that you're talking about?
Yeah.
And if the answer is worse, Maybe
you may
you
need
should
to
keep your mouth
reformat
shut.
it. You might need to reformat that prayer request
Yeah.
if you sincerely want to have prayer
Yeah.
for an individual. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all.
And if you're causing strife in your church, if you're causing discord among
Yeah.
your brethren, let me tell you something, you're bringing a curse on you.
That's right.
You know, it ain't good.
No, it's
Don't
not.
do that. Stop the curse before it comes on you.
There you go.
Repent.
11. He that loves pureness of heart, for the grace of his lips, the king shall be his friend. I like that.
Yeah.
And the NASB says, whose speech is gracious, kind words, gracious words, pleasant words, not mean and nasty and reviling. That purity of heart. The king will be his friend. You know what? I need the king to be my friend. I'm just gonna be real. You know, and yes, that's that you can take a very natural approach to that. And yes, it'll find you favor in the workplace and things like that. You know, you'll be the one everybody wants to be around. Your boss will be happy with you in a lot of different areas. But also, you know what? The king himself, the King of Kings. And we need him to be our friend.
Absolutely.
So we need to control this. Control that right in there. That thing. Little thing that causes big problems. Control that sucker. Okay? The eyes of the Lord preserve knowledge, and he overthroweth the words of the transgressor.
Mm-hmm.
The slothful man saith, there's a lion without. I shall be slain in the streets. I can't work.
I can't do this because of, you know, you get that little, really, you know, there's things that we want to do and there's things that we don't want to do.
Do you remember?
You will always be able to find a reason why you don't want to do something.
You remember the story that Daddy told about the man when he was Daddy was running a roofing crew?
The little skinny man?
The one who needed...
little thin man?
No.
That's a different story.
Different story. Think about what we talked about.
Oh, yeah.
He comes out and it's too hot, but I've got it figured out. You can buy me a shirt. You can buy me a cooler full of ice. And you can soak one of my shirts in ice. And then I can wear it part of the day and put the other shirt to be able to work. No. That ain't... People like that looking for a reason not to work. That's just, there's a whole deal there. Don't be the lazy guy.
I am not a roofer.
No.
And that's what your daddy did. He roofed.
He did.
That's one of the many things he did. He roofed.
Yeah.
And that's hard work, guys.
Yep.
That's real work right there. Let me put it like that. You know what? I can understand it being hot. I can understand.
Yeah.
But, you know, if that's where your skill set is at, and you're refusing to do what you're able to do, then you need to buck up and put some energy, some effort into learning new things.
There's an orange land shark.
Yeah, sorry, distracted. Yeah, put some energy into learning new things so that you can work an easier job.
Yeah.
Or you better toughen up, Buttercup.
That's it. Oh, look, 15.
That's one of those things. If you're gonna be, no.
Never mind.
No,
okay.
Yeah. 15. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child.
Yep.
But the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. Man, yeah, that's one for you guys right there. Let me tell you something, kids. You don't have to teach a child to act foolishly.
No, you don't.
Some things are just there because of sin nature. Look, from original sin, from Adam.
That's right. That's right. And before you can, they're talking about rods and all. No, we're talking about discipline.
We're talking about discipline.
Discipline that child.
Discipline loves.
Let me break it down.
You don't love your kids, you want discipline.
Let me break some stuff down for a minute. That little Katie side story, because she's fixing to be a teenager, and why not? Let's share a side story with the internet. Let's share one. Let's share one. Katie was probably, don't know, maybe second grade-ish, because we had started working with money. And that was around the time that she had the notebook, remember? And she kept up with it like a checkbook.
Yeah.
You remember that?
I remember that.
Okay. So, yeah. So, yes, a kid can do that. Okay. And that was Katie's thing.
Mm-hmm.
She liked having her money and being able to shop. And she likes that. Well, I kept telling her that it was time to clean her room.
Yeah.
Time to clean her room. Time to clean her room. And she didn't do it. So we got down to a deadline, and I decided I was going to give her a deadline. Now, discipline looks like a whole different bunch of things. You know what? I had spanked her hiney in the past over that room. I had. And yet here we were again, So I looked at her and I said, you know what, Katie? When mommy is too tired or too busy or too whatever to get a job done, and the job has to be done, I have to pay somebody else to do it. I said, so if your bedroom is not cleaned, I think this was on a Wednesday, by Friday, I gave her 2 days because it was extra. If your room is not cleaned by Friday, then you're going to have to pay the maid to come in and clean your room.
Yeah.
She looked for a minute, and this is my child's break. How much that cost?
Yeah.
Okay. How much is in your pouch? $25. It's probably going to cost about $25. Guess what happened by Friday?
That room got cleaned.
That room was clean, Joker.
Yeah.
You know what? Discipline looks like a whole lot of different things. I didn't have to take a quote unquote physical rod and whip her tail to get her to do it. But she understood that if you don't do what you're supposed to do, there is going to be a consequence.
Right.
And it was one that was near and dear to her little heart at the time. So there you go. Just an example. Use the discipline that works.
Yeah.
Use the discipline that works.
Kevin Lehman, New Kid by Friday. It's a great book.
Great book.
If you're having discipline issues at the house, if your kids are running all over you, listen, great principles in that book.
Great principles.
But the rod of correction will drive foolishness far from your
kids.
Yes,
it will.
Teach them now so that they don't have to get taught when they're 20 and 30 years old.
And I thought that was a valid life lesson, though.
Oh, I think it's very valuable because,
it's true.
It is.
There's a job you don't want to do. Just understand.
Now, you're going to have to pay for it later.
There you go. Okay. He that oppresseth the poor do increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich will surely come to want.
Mm.
Yeah. Don't think you're just, well, I'm sowing by giving to this man who I really want to give back to me.
No.
You ain't sowing, Jack. Give to the one that can't give you nothing back.
That's right.
Bow down thine ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply thine heart unto my knowledge. For it is a pleasant thing if thou keep them within thee. Mm-hmm. They shall withal be fitted in thy lips. Yeah. Bow down your ear. Humble yourself.
That's right.
Don't think you quite so high up.
You know what? I was on I was at a church camp this last weekend, and that's what the Lord kept on telling me was humble yourself.
Humble yourself. Just humble yourself.
Just humble yourself. And sometimes you need those reminders that you're not so high and mighty. I mean,
exactly.
I had a great weekend. I had some, and God, when I humbled myself, God exalted me. I didn't exalt myself. God put me where I needed to be.
Yep.
And what a blessing I received.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting down with somebody that serves the Lord, and being able just to keep my mouth shut and not say anything, of all the things that are in my head, and just just hear what He had to say.
That's it.
What a blessing.
That's it.
What a blessing, guys. You never know what you're going to hear just by humbling yourself. Amen. And being able to keep your mouth shut and listen to somebody else.
That's it. They trust. This goes. I'm sorry. This is still connected to the first two. That thy trust may be in the Lord. I have made known to thee this day, even to thee. You humble yourself. You listen to Him.
Yeah.
You get His knowledge fitted in your lips. Why? So you trust in him. So you trust in him. People can listen to you talk for about 5 minutes and they can locate where you're at. Just understand that.
Yeah.
Just understand that. And it's not because you come right out and say, well, I'm no. But we can hear what you're alluding to. We can hear the little comments. We can hear the it's there. Okay. We can hear if wisdom is fitted in your mouth or not. Just a fun fact for you. Have not I written to thee excellent things and counsels and knowledge? Yeah, he's written. Come on, it's plain. It's yours for the taking. That I might make thee know the certainty of the words of truth, and thou mightest answer the words of truth to them that send unto thee. Listen, we gotta learn how to defend what we believe. We can't just say we believe in Jesus and then not know our heads from a hole in the ground. We need to learn some things. We need to understand some things. We were listening to the End Times conference, and I've been listening, like I said, to Billy Brim and different things like that. And there is so many prophecies in the Bible that it is ridiculous.
Oh gosh.
And we need to understand the day and the age in which we live. Okay? There are huge changes.
Mm-hmm.
Huge changes. And I know I keep talking about this, but the significance of those red heifers going back to Israel, that it has nothing to do with going back under the old law or old covenant or whatever else. Yeah. It means they could not physically begin to build a temple until they had that red heifer to sacrifice and purify the temple and purify the priesthood. Now, what's going to happen when we get a new temple? Little something called the Antichrist can come on the scene. That might be relevant to Christians today, hadn't it?
Maybe.
That might be a little significant. We should be excited. We should know the times that we're living in. The stuff that's going on over in Europe right now, we better be paying attention because Ezekiel 38 and 39 talks about these things. We better know the time and the seasons that we're living in. It has nothing to do with old covenant. It has nothing to do. It has to do with the times that God has set up and understanding where we live on that timeline.
In other words, the fig tree has leaves in springtime.
That's it.
And you know that the fruit's coming on.
There you go.
So you can tell that it's summer, or the leaves start coming on at summertime. So you know it's summer when you see the leaf on the fig tree.
There you go.
You know it's the end times.
That's it.
Because of all the things.
We are in those last moments. Yeah. We really are. Rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. Don't take advantage of people.
Can we send that to our senators?
You can try.
Okay.
For the Lord, here's why you don't do that. For the Lord will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoiled them.
Well, Washington better watch out.
Yeah. God will be a defender.
Yeah.
Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go, lest thou learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul. Listen, it does matter who you're around. It does matter your friends. It does matter who you spend your time with. Because if you milk a cow, you're going to smell like a cow.
That's right.
The good in you ain't going to rub off on the ugly in them.
Sometimes I don't care how good of a friend they are. If they're angry, if they're contentious, if they're full of strife and always being upset, sometimes you just have to
back up.
You have to back up. You got to be wary. I saw in this. I want to put a. Life can either make people cynical, or it can make them full of love if they choose to be. Be careful about being around cynical people as well, because that will also rub off on you.
That's why you can't listen to talk radio.
So I can't listen to talk radio. I can't watch. I love watching doctor shows, and I can't watch House.
You need to watch Good Doctor.
I can watch Good Doctor. But House is one of those shows where
No,
that man acts like a
He's got
a booty,
right
and
here.
and it's
It's
up on
up
his
here.
shoulders.
Yeah.
And that's not where you want it.
Nope.
And if I
It
watch that,
rubs
buddy,
off.
those things affect me, and I'll start being a booty.
Yep. Yep. So
That-
we don't do
That
that.
old man tries to resurrect.
We don't do that. We don't do that.
Yeah.
We don't do that. 26.
All right. Be not thou one of them that strike hands, or of them that are sureties for debts.
Don't cosign.
If thou hast nothing to pay, why should he take away thy bed from under thee?
There you go.
Remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set.
Yep.
Seest thou a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings. He
Yep.
shall not stand before mean men.
That's it.
Guys, if you remain, and no, I don't care if you're just sweeping floors.
That's right.
If you do it with diligence, if you do it with excellence, when nobody's watching you, people see that.
Yep.
And they will
That's it.
take note. And the more diligent that you are with something, people will always they're always watching you.
Yes.
I want you to know that they're always watching you. They're waiting on you. Wait, if I give him this job, he's gonna mess up.
Yeah.
He's gonna be just like me. No, but
No.
if you're diligent, God will
Yep.
put you before
That's
the
right.
kings in the right time.
That's it.
Just be diligent with what you got.
That's right. Proverbs.
Proverbs,
Man.
guys.
Teach you how to live.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Hey, yeah, man, what a great
Yeah.
proverb. I mean, like they're all great.
They're
Like
all good.
you're always finding something in
Oh,
there
man. Yeah.
that just kind of deals
Something
with what
new.
you're doing. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Hey guys, if you stay with us this long, I want to share this with you. We have a text to give
Yep.
thing. If you text the amount to the 84321 on your
Yep.
cell phone.
Yep.
I think there's I don't think there's
We're One Life at a Time Ministries in Georgia.
yeah, there you go.
We're
Thank you.
in Hortense, Georgia.
Yeah.
Georgia. Okay, the Peach State. That's us.
Yeah. If you wanna support this, man,
Yeah.
we would appreciate it. That helps us
Helps us to
do more videos
do
like
more videos
this.
like this
Make
and
them look better, and
Yeah.
add new things, better cameras, stuff
Absolutely.
like that. To get this message out. Man.
absolutely.
I'm excited, Mindy, because I feel like God's poured something in my heart, and I tell you what, I don't know about you, but just going through this conference is just burst something in my spirit about revival.
Yeah.
And
There you
I
go.
want to see revival in this nation. I don't want it just to be us four no
Yep.
more. I want it to be break the walls of denomination. I want it to
That's it.
break the walls of
Yeah.
of everything. And I want believers to be
Yeah.
revived. And I tell you what, that's what I don't know, man. I just burst something in me this week. So anyway, guys, hey, I love you.
God loves you. And there ain't a thing you can do about it.
Y'all have a great Thursday.